Welcome to the Career Refresh Podcast. I'm your host, Jill Griffin. I'm a former media and marketing executive turned career strategist and executive coach. I spent my career working my way up and through the ranks of global organizations and startups, and today I show others how to do the same. Join me each week as we discuss the strategies and actionable steps to leverage your strengths, increase your confidence, and develop your career well-being. Ready? Let's do it. Hey everyone, welcome back to the podcast. Okay, this week, episode short and sweet and very direct, which I think I usually am very direct. But this week, we're going to talk about your resume. When I worked for a global holding company, I think I probably saw a few hundred resumes a year. And now as I work as a career strategist, I also see a few hundred resumes every year. And today I want to share 8 tips that I feel that you can implement right now to improve your resume, your networking, your LinkedIn profile, things that you can do right now. First, your resume is not about you. I know it feels like it's about you, but your resume is really a marketing document for the brand of you. You have seconds to get past the gatekeeper or the screener, the person who is the internal or the external recruiter who is going to quickly look over your resume to make sure that you are a low-risk candidate. Why is that? Because the last thing that screener needs is for the hiring manager or the person who's part of the interviewing team to say to the screener, why did you send me this person, right? No one wants to be in the hot seat for that. So your job in the resume is to differentiate yourself, to show your brand. It's really a branding document, and also to show that you are a low-risk candidate who's done pretty amazing things. So a couple of tips here. First, I want you to take your street address off your resume. I still see this and I think it's kind of funny. Take it off. We don't need it. If it's LinkedIn, you can use your city and state, and if you're in a very small town, but you're close enough to a larger metropolitan area, you may want to put that in there. But your resume should basically have your name, your phone number, your email address, and then include a hyperlink to your LinkedIn profile. That should be in there. Next, your resume is supposed to show the employer or the potential hiring manager, right, that you are ready, that you're already in this challenge, that there's not a stretch. They want to know that, again, you're low risk and that you can kind of hit the ground running. So it's not about looking back. It's about looking forward. Too many resumes are solely a laundry list of all the things that you've done previously. And yeah, those things need to be on your resume, but it is so key to have a few bullet points on your resume that sort of tie up key results, accomplishments. Think of them as like themes. And at the senior level, this is not a credentials game. We know that you've done it. This is about, again, how do you differentiate yourself so that you are remarkable and that you are remembered? Again, it's your branding. You also want to think about the list of key strengths and skills that will be attractive to the person who is screening the resume. And as you know, we read left to right, but we also read 25% slower on screen. So the skimmer is going through this really, really fast, and they're going to make sure they find the bullets that are relevant with their eye. So if you've had a chance to see the job description or a similar job description, make sure you've aligned those bullets around strengths and skills that are attached to the job description. And if you don't know, see what you can pick up from either talking to other confidants, talking to people in the industry, or if there's anything on the website or any collateral on their social media profiles that give you an idea of the types of things that they're looking for. A lot of companies print out their values on their website. That might also be another place that you can pull from, assuming you align to those. The next thing I want you to do is you do go into more of a standard resume here and listing out the roles you've had, but I don't want you to list this as just the things that you were doing, right? You know, this idea of like, I manage something. Well, that's not really a proactive word. I know it feels like it is, but not in today's marketplace. I want to see words like developed, generated, drove, achieved, secured, led, all action words. And then also you want to think about in this section that you're showing people the challenges you faced, the value that you brought to the role. And here's also a place where I want numbers, I want percentages, I want the impact. If the number is too small, do it as a percentage. And also think about impact like 2x, 10x, those types of things are also acceptable for the section. Okay, next is a networking resume. So many opportunities that are out there are either on the underground job boards, which is like really word of mouth, or they're completely unlisted, especially when these roles are getting into multiple six figures. And the purpose here is that you don't want someone to have to figure out how to market you or how to introduce you or how to connect you with another. Plus, we don't do invisible labor here, and we're certainly not going to let someone else figure out how to describe our magic. I go into more detail around a networking resume in the article I wrote for Fast Company, and I'm going to put the link to that in the show notes. But at a very high level, you want to think about this is not to replace your resume. This is in addition to your resume. You want to think about what is the desired position? What are the possible positions or titles that you would be great for? A summary of your background, your strengths, your skills, high-level achievements. Also, if there's a target list of companies or if you're open to relocating, all of that would go into your networking resume. And the networking resume is often the thing that you share when you call someone in your network and say like, hey, do you know anyone? You connect me with anyone. That is what you're sending them. So that makes it really easy for them to flip that forward to somebody else and it tells the story for you. The next thing I want to say is like, seriously, consider hiring a resume writer who focuses on helping you really extract and tell your story. You need someone who can help you fine-tune your elevator pitch and really find the way to convey your point and your point of difference. I've found personally for recommending to clients, I have found that ExecuNet is one of the best services out there for this. And I'll put a link to them in the show notes, but definitely want to check them out because they really specialize in thinking about your resume in a different way and helping you with storytelling. Okay. And lastly is once you've done this, I want to make sure that you have updated everything to correspond with your LinkedIn profile. I'll often see a resume and then go to the person's LinkedIn profile and it's totally different. 95 job applicants are submitted every minute on LinkedIn. 6 people are hired every minute now from LinkedIn. And there's something like almost a 90% year-over-year increase in confirmed hires on LinkedIn just in the last quarter. I've also created a top 10 pro tips to help you stand out on LinkedIn. I'm going to put that in the show notes. Okay? Short, sweet. You can implement these steps today. Make it happen. All right, my friends, you got this. I really appreciate you being here. Have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Hey, thanks for listening to the Career Refresh podcast. If you're enjoying this and you want more information, go to my website, jillgriffincoaching.com. There you can find information on how to work with me one-on-one or my group programs, or even bring me into your workplace. I'll put the link to my website in the show notes. But hey, listen, before you go, do me a favor, rate and review this podcast because it definitely helps me get the word out to people everywhere so that they can also thrive in the workplace. All right, friends, I appreciate you. I'll see you soon.